Do you want to see just a couple of quick things, little pickups? You can't pick anything up because you're stuck at home, right?
I pick up my baby.
Bring her out here. Clara, ladies and gentlemen.
I got her at Goodwill.
So just two things. One is, Jimmy B, not to be confused with Jimmy with a G, the guy who got me this hat. He was like, hey, just like in case you want it, those metallic red cows, I've got like lots of them. So I have, he actually, for like a week, he was like, you ever do anything with them? You ever stick them anywhere? And I'm like, it reminds me, I remember my grandmother, you'd give her a gift and she's like, I love the wrapping paper. I don't want to open the gift. That's kind of how I feel. I'm like, I love the way the red cows are stuck in there.
They're so happy in their little cellophane.
We're all Susan from Ted for some reason.
How is your stool doing? Have you made caca inside the wrapper?
You haven't made caca yet.
I'm hooked on the junk, officer. Oh, yeah, when she went to jail, that was a fucking great episode, too. So there is, we collect VHS once in a great, but I was once at Billy's flea market up the street, and there was a guy in there. We all started chatting about VHSs like a bunch of boomers. Talid67, THALLID 67 on Instagram. They were like, oh, he makes his own VHSs, this guy. And I was like, well, I've made a VHS or two myself. And so I followed him, and I noticed just like in the background, he kind of takes like promo shots of his collection, sort of like Mark does, Smash Brothers Gaming. And I just saw in the background there was a Poultrygeist, Troma's Poultrygeist tape. Oh. And I was like, oh, Poultrygeist was released on VHS in 2006? He's like, no, I made that. And I was like, you got any others? I was intrigued because it was anytime you go with like a colored shell, in the way like we did the yellow and blue, I'm just kind of in. So I got his homemade Poultrygeist here.
Nice.
As far as the movie goes, I think this movie kind of sucks. It's a musical and the music blows.
When the inner broad protests with this mob, I think I'll go inside and get myself a job.
And it's not very funny. It's very disgusting at times. It's a trauma movie, I know. There's trauma when it works and there's trauma when it doesn't. This feels a little bit too like I'm stuck at this terrible shoot with the rest of you all. One thing that it does have the distinguishing trait of is, so Lloyd Kaufman directed this. Yeah, it came out in 2006. And it was their last movie that they shot on 35.
Oh.
So even though it's low light, and it's not how you shoot a 35 millimeter film. And isn't it interesting that they never shot their movies on 16 millimeter? Like Cannibal was shot on 16. Chasing Amy was shot on 16. These fuckers shot on 35.
Wow.
For their $100,000, pay nobody movies.
Oh, that makes sense. It makes sense.
So as far as the homemadeness of this goes, so there's a nice label there if you can see it. It's good. I like the color. This sort of the beak of the bird kind of yellow. That's even a nice touch too, where the flappy is, the lid here is a different color. Maybe he didn't mass produce them. Maybe it's made to order. And so it's just a little bit easier for him to whip them up. But I like this green. The green, I guess it's supposed to be sort of the toxic vomit that comes out of everybody in every one of these movies. So I don't know if you remember, I once on Etsy bought a South Park modern Halloween tape. And it was very clear that the sleeve was made out of some kind of like paper.
Yeah.
Like a mom made it or something like that. It didn't, I kind of regretted the purchase. I was like, nah, not really what I'm looking for. This has like exactly the sort of thing that we made our sleeves out of for Box Mac.
The gloss.
Yeah, exactly. And it's folded properly and it's got the right creases and all that. I don't know that this is the highest resolution print possible for this graphic. It looks a little low res and it looks a little constrained on the sides, I have to say. Just a little bit. Like somebody
just squeezed
it. And so otherwise it looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like a classic horror movie VHS tape. But where things really matter with a tape. Do you remember when I bought the Katie Videos Joker 2 and the sleeves are great. But yeah, you remember she just ran the movie in presumably its original 16:9, and when it was dubbing, it just vertically stretched to fill out the full screen, and it looks like total shit. I mean, not because it's on VHS. That's the shit I'm looking for, but what are you doing? Now I don't want to watch the movie, right? Like I should want to watch the movie. She also does a really stupid thing where she loops the movie, so the movie gets all the way to the end, then it starts playing again. Yeah. Like, why did you just let the movie end? I don't get it. Man, she's got great art and great covers and great sleeves, and they're awesome collectibles. Just the tapes suck. I don't get it. I'm like, why does the tape suck? This dude didn't do that. There's 3 things you could do when you're making a homemade VHS. I'm going to give one of them's an A, one of them's a B, and one of them's a fail. A fail we just talked about, vertical stretch. A B is what happened here, which is you take the original 16:9 and you burn that onto the tape, and it's presented in its original letterboxed for your VCR or whatever. It's okay. Now, that's how the movie looks, and I can watch it that way. Lots of movies were released on widescreen VHS. And you know what I'm going to say for A? Some psychopath named Levi actually crops every single shot to be to pan and scan, and in his case he was like is this good enough? I actually in a few cases he had to squeeze and all this, and I was like, no, we're not squeezing. We went back to original source footage.
Wow.
Re-exported in beautiful 4x3. That's why those box Mac tapes, not, I don't know what I'm selling because we're totally sold out of them, but that's a primo package right there.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get Poultrygeist in the mail from Leon.
All fixed up. He's going to, Levi, he took on a little project of putting Kick-Assy in 4x3 for all of us with its own art and stuff. And 7 of us bought it or something. So I look forward to showcasing that in the near future. That's obviously will be a great movie to have on VHS.
It seems like it's born for that, yeah.
Right. Even though it was shot on like Handycam digital, which is not necessary, but it still, that belongs on it. I remember when I was editing my first movie, my computer had a capture card and it was connected to a CRT. And when I would play back, when I was editing, I'd play it back on a CRT. Yeah. So the source monitor was my normal monitor for cutting, and then the playback monitor was the CRT.
Yeah,
That's what we used to do.
They used to do that.
Remember that?
It had to look right for the TV.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember dubbing it to VHS to be like, now like all the rough edges are gone. Like, yeah, it's basically like putting fog in an N64 game.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Yeah. I think I'm good too. So
all right, good.
Good night.
Yes. Say goodnight to Clara. Good luck with the rest of the evening. Do you think you'll be able to sleep?
Maybe in a few hours.
I'm tired, boss.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.